Hi traders, welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, 𝖢𝖥𝖣yi, Senior Market Analyst. In this video, I'm going to take you through the dollar-yen price. So we've now breached the 149 level, heading towards 150, potentially could hit 151. We could even go beyond that. So I'm going to break down the market, see what's going on, see if there's what opportunities lie ahead of us, because there are some situations where we could see a turnaround here, but there's also underlying pressures from elsewhere. So we got some Bank of Japan meeting minutes, and the BOJ actually turns out were quite divided. Now, some policymakers believe in sticking to an ultra-loose monetary policy, while others actually believe that inflation could get out of control as wages increase. Now, core inflation is around about 3.7% in Japan, above the current 2% target. Now, what they're fearing at the moment is they don't want to come out of their ultra-loose monetary policy too soon. They want to keep the interest rates lower for longer. Now, you could almost argue that was exactly what Europe and obviously the US were doing. They kept interest rates super low, and then we had this huge spike in inflation, and that's some of the worries that's coming out of the Bank of Japan at this current moment in time. Now, obviously, if that does occur and they come out of those negative interest rates, then the Japanese yen could actually strengthen off the back of that. The reason being is because they haven't really moved interest rates like that for a very long time. So if they do start coming out and do start hiking, I think the yen will actually get significantly stronger. And what a time that could happen right at these highs here. It wouldn't be too unknown from the market to start selling off at previous highs. Now, on this chart in particular here that I've got available to me right now, if I was to just go as far back as physically possible on this monthly chart, let's just see how far I can go. I'm actually just going to go into here. You can see that we have been above, obviously, the 150 previously. We can go all the way into the 1970s here, and the sort of high above this 150 area where we're at now sits just around about 159, 160. So we could even reach this high that formed back in 1990. A break above that high would then see the 163, which was the high back in 86. I think a break above that would see prices really escalate towards the 252s. Do I think that's likely to happen? Very unlikely, okay, because we've seen the Bank of Japan intervene when prices get really strong anyway. But that 164.50 is definitely a limit I think that the market will be attracted to. Now, the reason why price may spiral out of control here is because what's also happening in the dynamic of the US dollar. The US dollar staying strong, the US dollar index above 106 at this current moment in time, and very much like how we talked about euro US dollar in terms of moving lower, the strength of the dollar, if it were to continue, could just outweigh whatever happens here. However, obviously, I do think that if the Bank of Japan move, then it's going to be a much stronger move because it hasn't been done for a very long time. But looking at this, you can see we're approaching that area there. One thing I'm just going to bring in is the stochastic oscillator. The reason why I'm going to do that is because there's actually a potential for a bit of divergence to appear. Now, divergence is a very powerful tool in trading because what it shows us is that there is a difference between the price and the oscillator. Now, the technical issue or the thing surrounding divergence is the fact that the indicator should actually follow price, right? So when it doesn't follow price, then there's some kind of opportunity surrounding that. So let's just say, for instance, for example, we trade above this 150 area in here, and then we maybe start to pull back a little bit. We could see something where we get a lower high here on the monthly time frame and a higher high here. So that could obviously present a decent opportunity for that bearishness to occur. and that would be something I'm very, very interested, especially if we trade anywhere above that 151 handle. So obviously this is a monthly chart, so this has got to last at least another month. If we try and break through maybe and end September higher than this previous high, then the next month we either continue that or then we drop, then that could be obviously something to look at from a technical position. Weekly chart, you can see still very bullish, although I would say above 145, which was that initial instigation of where we could see that intervention from the Bank of Japan. It has been a very slow and steady move. It hasn't been a very aggressive move to the upside. I think what we're seeing in here is people are still willing to buy dollar yen to the upside, but they're then sort of taking profits fairly early on those moves. Today, obviously, prices continue to move higher because the Bank of Japan have stuck to their guns with that ultra loose monetary policy. So that is obviously, we're getting a differential in the interest rate. So you've got the really good carry trade here as well on dollar yen, and obviously everybody who has lots of funds to work with are going to be looking to try and benefit from that carry trade scenario. If we were to see the Bank of Japan change anything here, then we would get some kind of potential movement. Now we are approaching 151, a break above 151. We've got the 152 high, a break above that. We really could be on a move all the way up into the 160s. And I think if we were to get any kind of point of that, then I do think the Bank of Japan will have to start doing something. But I just thought I'd bring to your attention that the dollar yen price is at a serious level of resistance. I think if we even consider the fact that what if price just falls from around about this 151, comes back to the trend line, and then could even go for another move up there, that's also something that could happen in the near future. So please keep an eye on dollar yen. We're at that point now where it's really critical. I think a lot of eyes will be on dollar yen and what the Bank of Japan could potentially do next. Thanks for watching this video update. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.